The sun is only beginning to rise over Quiapo, painting the sky with soft streaks of orange and pink. Vendors are just setting up their stalls, rolling out tarps and arranging fruit baskets, while jeepneys rumble through the narrow streets, honking impatiently as they fight for early passengers. Among the noise, the movement, and the smell of freshly fried kakanin, a young woman takes her usual place beneath a weathered pedestrian bridge. Mira, 22, slender, sun-kissed, with long black hair tied loosely behind her back, settles onto an overturned crate. She gently lifts her old acoustic guitar from its case, the wood slightly chipped, the strings worn but still in tune enough to produce magic when touched by her hands. She wipes a thin layer of dust off its surface, then takes a deep breath. As she strums the first chord, the sounds of the street soften, almost as if the world pauses to listen. Her voice rises, smooth at first, then powerful, filling the entire stretch of sidewalk with a tone that seems far too big for such a modest space. People walking by turn their heads, surprised. A few slow down, drawn in by something they can't quite explain. Even the vendors, used to her daily performances, look up and smile, as if reminded again of how extraordinary she is. Mira closes her eyes as she sings, letting the music carry the weight she keeps tucked inside her chest. She thinks of her mother lying in a hospital bed, the bills piling up faster than she can earn. She thinks of the nights she wonders whether her dreams are too big for someone like her. But in this moment, voice soaring above the street noise, Mira feels alive. Here, on this corner of Manila, she is not invisible. She is heard. It happens on a humid afternoon, the kind where the Manila air feels thick and heavy, clinging to the skin. Mira is performing her last song of the day, her voice a little tired but still rich with emotion. She chooses a difficult piece, Whitney Houston's "I Have Nothing." It's a risky choice, one she normally saves for when she feels confident. But today, something in her chest urges her to sing it anyway. Across the street, weaving through a crowd of tourists, is Ethan, a travel vlogger from Canada known for documenting street performances across Asia. He's in Manila for only 2 days, searching for something special to feature in his next upload. As he passes by the bridge, he hears a voice unlike anything he's encountered, raw, bold, and heartbreakingly beautiful. He stops mid-step, lifting his camera almost instinctively. At first, Mira doesn't notice she's being filmed. Her focus is on hitting the notoriously difficult high notes, her hand gripping the neck of her guitar as she leans into the emotional climax of the song. A small audience gathers, students with backpacks, an old man carrying vegetables, a mother with her child in tow, all drawn by the unexpected power of her performance. Ethan zooms in as Mira's voice climbs effortlessly to a soaring peak. He whispers under his breath, "Oh my God, she's unbelievable." The camera captures everything, the intensity in her eyes, the tiny tremble in her lip, the way her voice fills the entire street like a wave. When Mira finally finishes, the small crowd breaks into applause. She blushes, surprised, offering a shy smile. Ethan approaches her, still filming, and says gently, "Hi. I think the world needs to hear you." She doesn't yet know that this moment, caught on camera, will change her life forever. 3 days after Ethan uploaded the video, Mira is wiping down tables at the small carinderia where she works part-time. It's a slow afternoon, just a few customers slurping pancit, so she hums softly while stacking plastic plates. Her phone, tucked inside her apron pocket, keeps buzzing, but she ignores it. She's used to random notifications since the video went a little viral, though she hasn't had time to really check. Her coworker, Liza, suddenly rushes over. "Mira. Your phone won't stop ringing. Maybe it's your mom." Mira's heart jumps. She quickly answers the unknown number, expecting the worst. Instead, she hears a crisp British accent. "Hello, is this Mira Dela Cruz?" She freezes. "Why yes, who's this?" "My name is Olivia Stewart. I'm calling on behalf of Britain's Got Talent." The room seems to tilt for a moment. Mira grips the edge of the table, convinced she misheard. People from TV don't call girls who sing under bridges. I'm sorry, she says shakily, is this a prank? A slight laugh comes through the speaker. I assure you it isn't. We saw the video of you singing on the streets of Manila. Our producers were very impressed. We would like to formally invite you to audition for the show. Mira feels her throat close up. She looks around helplessly, Liza staring, customers watching, her hands trembling. Wait, she whispers, BGT. In London? Yes. If you agree, we will send an official letter and set up your travel arrangements. Would you be available for a video call to confirm your identity? Mira nods frantically even though they can't see her. Yes. Yes, I can. Minutes later, the video call appears, displaying official badges, documents, and smiling producers. When Mira ends the call, her eyes are filled with tears. She collapses into Liza's arms, whispering, "This is it, this is my chance." The massive doors of the Britain's Got Talent stage swing open, revealing a blinding wash of lights and a roaring audience. Mira swallows hard, gripping her microphone with trembling fingers. She has never stood before so many people, thousands in the theater, millions who might eventually watch. Her heart beats so loudly she wonders if the judges can hear it. A crew member whispers, "You're on in 5, 4, 3. Then he gently nudges her forward. The stage feels endless beneath her feet. Mira forces herself to inhale, her chest tight, as she approaches the center marked with a white X. The judges look up, Simon Cowell, arms crossed, Amanda Holden, smiling encouragingly, Alicia Dixon, curious, Bruno Tonioli, already nodding to the energy. Simon raises an eyebrow the moment he glances at her paperwork. "You're a street singer from Manila?" he asks, his tone neutral but intrigued. Mira nods shyly. "Yes, sir." "And what are you singing today?" "A song I used to sing on the streets, a ballad that helped me get through hard days." There's a pause. The kind that stretches and grows heavy. "All right," Simon says. "Go on then. Show us what you can do." The opening notes of her chosen piece echo across the theater, soft and emotional. Mira closes her eyes, just like she did under the pedestrian bridge, and lets the first note escape. It's delicate, trembling, then suddenly strong, soaring with emotion she's held inside for years. The audience quiets instantly. Phones hover in the air. The judges lean forward. By the time she reaches the song's climax, her voice explodes into a high note so powerful that even Simon's expression changes, his eyes widening, his jaw dropping slightly. When the last note fades, silence hangs in the air for a heartbeat. Then, the entire audience erupts, rising to their feet. Simon glances at the golden buzzer. And his hand starts to move. The instant Simon's hand slams the golden buzzer, the theater explodes in shimmering gold light. Confetti bursts from the ceiling like a glittering storm, raining down on Mira as the audience screams in celebration. She gasps, covering her mouth with both hands as her knees buckle. The shock hits her all at once. This isn't a dream. This is real. She did it. The stage floor vibrates under her as applause roars like thunder. The judges stand, Amanda clapping with shining eyes, Bruno jumping with excitement, Alicia smiling proudly. Simon steps forward, looking genuinely moved. For a moment, he simply watches her, letting her have the spotlight. Then, with a surprisingly gentle tone, he speaks into the mic. "Mira," he says, "that was one of the most extraordinary auditions we've ever had on this show." Her tears spill freely. She presses her hand to her heart, overwhelmed. Thank you so much," she manages to whisper, voice trembling. As confetti continues to fall, crew members rush toward her, guiding her toward the judges' table. Simon meets her halfway. She hesitates. This is a man she's only ever seen on a screen. But now he's right in front of her, offering not just congratulations, but respect. You were born for this, he tells her softly. You're not just a street singer. You're a world-class artist. And the world needs to hear your voice. Those words hit her harder than the golden buzzer itself. Backstage, she's met with cheers from staff and contestants. But Mira pulls out her phone with shaking hands. She dials her mother's hospital room. When the video connects, her mother's weak but joyful smile appears. Mira, Anak. I saw it. I'm so proud. Mira breaks into sobs. Not from sadness, but from the realization that her life has just changed forever.